Hey boys and girls, excuse my no makeup self in my hat. It's Saturday and I'm up here videoing this lesson for you. This week we've talked about prime and composite numbers and now we're going to talk about how to factor a number and then later how to find common factors of two or more numbers. So today I'm going to show you something that we call the big F in 5th grade math here. Anytime you see the word factor in a problem, should immediately let you know, oh, I've got to draw the big F because factor starts with F, okay? And to do that, you actually are just going to draw a big F, okay? And so let's say we're going to factor the number 21, okay? Let's say it says, the question says, which of the following lists all of the factors of the number 21? Okay, so you're going to put the number 21 out here. Then on the top row of your F, you're going to number from 1 to 10. Okay, then you're going to separate those numbers so it makes it easier for you to read. Doesn't have to be neat, just as long as you know what you're doing. Alright, and now we're going to go through these numbers in the top row and see how many of those numbers are factors of our target number 21 over here. And if they're a factor of the number, you know that a factor is a number that you multiply by another number to get a product. So this is going to be our product. If it's a factor, that means it's got to have a partner. What number do we multiply that number by to get the number 21? Okay? So we're dividing, per se. Will 1 go into the number 21? And just a little hint here, 1 is going to be a factor of every number because 1 times a number is the number itself. We know that, okay? So 1 and 21 are factors. Will 2 go into the number 21? Now, according to our divisibility rules, 2 will go into all even numbers. So I have to think to myself, is 21 an even number? And 21 is not an even number, so 2 is not a factor of the number 21. Now we move on to 3. Will 3 go into 21? Well, I know from my multiplication facts that I've got memorized that 3 times 7 is 21. So I know that 3's partner is going to be the number 7. Will 4 go into the number 21? Okay, 4, if 2 won't go into the number 21, then 4 won't go into the number 21. So 4 will not go into the number 21. 5, will 5 go into the number 21? Well, no, if 5 is a factor of a number, it has to end in 5 or 0. And 21 does not end in 5 or 0, so 5 is not a factor of the number 21. Will 6 go into the number 21? No, I know that 6 times 3 is 18, and 6 times 4 is 6 times 3 is 18, and 6 times 4 is 24. So there's no number in between 3 and 4 to get me to 21. So 6 is not a factor. Okay, now this is the tricky part. When we get to a number on the top row that we already have used on the bottom row, then we are done factoring this number. So 7 is down here on my bottom row. When I get to 7 up here, you are done. And you're going to mark all those out. And we call this your stop kid because it says, stop kid, you're done. When you start repeating numbers that are on the bottom row, then you're done on this top row, so you can mark them all off. Now, the next step is to go through and write these numbers in order from least to greatest so that you get them in a line that you can make sure that you have all the factors. Okay, so I'm going to start at the number 1 here, and I'm going to go all the way down to my stop kid and then come back down this way. That's the way I'm going to read my numbers. So for this one, 1 is my first factor. Then I have 3, and then I've got 7, and then I've got the number 21. Now on a list of factors, the number that you're factoring is always going to be the last number or the biggest number in that list of factors. And I can check to make sure I've got all my factors of the number 21 by doing the rainbow. So 1 and 21 are partners, and 3 and 7 are partners. So now I have all of my factors of the number 21. Now, if I wanted to do another number, let's do one more practice problem. Let's factor the number, let's do the number 36. Okay, so I'm going to draw my big F and number from 1 to 10 at the top. All right, 36. We said 1 is a factor of every number, so 1 times 36 is 36. One's partner is always going to be whatever number's out here. Okay, well 2 go into 36. Now here's where my divisibility rules, I'm going to have to use them. 2 will go into 36, I know, because 36 is an even number. 2 is a factor of all even numbers. But my multiplication facts memorization only goes up to 12. So I know that 2 times 12 is 24, so my number is going to be bigger than 12. I don't know 2 times what is 36, so I'm going to have to come over to the side somewhere and say, and do a little division problem over here. 36 divided by 2. 2 will go into 3 one time. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. Bring down my 6 and repeat. 2 will go into 16 8 times. 8 times 2 is 16. Subtract, and I have a remainder of 0. So 18 is 2's partner when I'm factoring the number 36. Okay, don't try to cut corners here. Don't try to, well, no, 2's not a factor. It's not on my multiplication chart. Or 2's not a factor. It's not a fact that I know. 2 will go into 36 simply because it's an even number. You have got to come to the side and do the division. All right, will 3 go into the number 36? I know that 3 will go into the number 36 because 3 times 12 is 36. So I know that 12 is 3's partner. I also know that 3 will go into the number 36 from my divisibility rules, that if I add the 2 digits in the number over here, 3 plus 6 is 9. And if that number is a multiple of 3, then 3 will go into this digit. That's a little divisibility rule trick there that we'll learn later. All right, from my multiplication facts, will 4 go into 36? Yes, 4 times 9 is 36. You can see how important those multiplication facts are now, can't you? All right, will 5 go into the number 36? No, I know that because 5, anytime 5 is a factor of a number, that number has to end in 5 or 0. And 36 does not end in 5 or 0, so I'm going to go there. Okay, will 6 go into 36? Yes, 6 times 6 is 36. I know my facts. Okay, so 6 is on my top and 6 is on my bottom. You see, I'm starting to repeat numbers there. When I start repeating numbers, I'm done. You don't write the number down twice. You just get it once. So 6 down here is my stop, kid. I don't even have to try 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm done. So now I've got to go and write all my numbers. Make sure to start at 1 and you end at 36. So the factors of the number 36 in order are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36. Okay, now let's check to make sure we got them all. 1 times 36 is 36. 2 times 18 is 36. We proved that over here. 3 times 12 is 36. 4 times 9 is 36. And then anytime you have just one number left in the middle without a partner, if you multiply that number by itself to give you the number that you're factoring, then you've done it all. So 6 times 6 is 36, so I'm done factoring the number 36.